Welcome back to the show, everyone. We decided to go, I was going to say like in a Marie Kondo, what brings you joy kind of
Oh,
idea,
is that a thing? Like you're supposed to look at all the things in your house and say, "Does this bring me joy?" And if it
and then get
doesn't,
rid of it if it doesn't.
oh, okay.
That's like Marie Kondo's
Oh,
she's like
okay.
an Japanese
Oh,
organizational woman.
yeah. Gotcha. Okay. I've heard people talk about that.
Yeah, but I was telling Dana that something that I realized as I was moving back into our house,
Mhm.
and needing to clean out, really refresh it, right? Like we've been out for 8 months. It was cleaned in February
Mhm.
and, like the vents and the insulation and all that big stuff got
Yeah,
cleaned.
for the fire
But
stuff.
like,
Yeah.
when you haven't lived in a house for, then like 6 months after that,
Oh, God.
things get a little dusty.
Yeah.
So we came back, in prep to move back and took everything out of our cupboards, wiped the
Mhm.
cupboards down, and washed every single thing in the
Mm.
cupboards.
Oh my
Every
God.
utensil, every dish, every appliance, every pot, every bowl. And I realized something, which was that in touching these things, and I have a lot of, cooking brings me a lot of joy, cooking and baking
Mhm.
and reading cookbooks and, these types of things
Mm,
bring me a lot of
mhm.
joy, that I have been completely disconnected
Oh,
from a big part of myself for 8 months.
yeah. A big
Because
part of yourself that feeds you
yeah,
literally, but also that you get that joy out of it. It makes you happy.
yeah, I
Yeah.
love cooking for people. I mean, it's,
Uh-huh.
in this time of my life, most of my friends have everything that they want.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
go get them like a shirt or something. First of
Right,
all,
right.
we're all so picky about what we're wearing.
So, like, yeah, my dad's birthday's tomorrow. I sent him an e-card. I'm not gonna try to buy him something anymore. It's
No,
just stupid. Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
So during like Christmas times and birthdays, I
Yeah.
cook for people.
Oh,
Right?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, every Christmas, like, I was doing a lot of cinnamon rolls for Christmas morning, but now I'm,
Mhm.
like, doing, so last year I did quiche instead, and I
Oh,
made
nice.
quiches for
Yeah.
everybody, and they warm them up,
Yeah.
so, but that's a gift, right? Like, for
Also,
me,
like,
like,
sharing part of you. This is this artistic thing I've made. Enjoy. Yeah,
I've
yeah,
pickled
yeah.
kimchi or
Oh,
sauerkraut, I've
yeah,
made
yeah,
batches of
yeah,
kombucha, I've done
yeah,
these types of things, these are, like,
yeah,
gifts, and so
yeah.
So, you know, it just kind of made me think like, and I've really tried to gain and glean insight from this experience because it's
Mhm.
been so world changing,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Not
very
something you
quickly.
chose. It, like, happened to you also. Yeah, yeah,
Right. So, like, trying to get some sense of locus of control back,
yeah.
like, how do I make sense of this? How do I make meaning of this? How do I do that?
Sure.
But this idea of like being so disconnected from
Mm.
the things that fuel you,
Mhm.
bring you joy, that right, when you get disconnected from them, but even more so, like, what are they and how do we make sure that we keep them in our life?
Yeah,
Like for you,
yeah,
Dana, like your bike, like
yeah,
you have a
yep,
way of integrating that into your life on a daily basis.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um but that idea of like, if you were disconnected from your bike, like if you lost your
Mhm.
bike, what would you
Yeah.
do?
Oh, yeah. It'd be like the Pee-wee's Big Adventure to go search high and low to find the bike. Yeah, or get another one and then have to adjust to all that. But yeah,
And then have
it seems yeah, it seems silly, but if you're not doing those things that really do give you joy, like I can see that in my wife when she cooks, she loves it. I hate it. I mean, I can cook, can be a good cook, but it's not an energy giver for me. It's a sapper, right? So it's so interesting to me that you can't just say to someone. I remember like going through my own therapy and my therapist saying something like, "Well, take a nice bath with candles," and I'm like, "I am not a bath person. Here's the reasons why." Right? That would not make me happy. It's so idiopathic. It's so unique to each person, and if you are cut off from it, not even realizing how much that grounds you and gives you like that routine of something to create. to literally mix things up and cook, right? That you
Yep.
realized how much you weren't doing that habitually on a daily basis, and how much
Yeah.
you really need that to feel better. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like, and again, it's so interesting because, and my mind does this, and
Mm.
I think that's just more of a reflection of like trauma,
Uh-huh.
of getting to that survival place.
Yeah.
Survive. Make
Yeah.
it work.
Yeah.
Don't ask any questions.
Right.
Squash it down.
Yeah. Yeah.
One foot in front of the other. Get it done.
That's all you can
Get it
do. Yep.
done. I'm
You're just
really
like
good at
like
that.
survivor mode. That's exactly what that is. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not as good as at it as I was before. I think just because my energy reserves are not as
It's still
big.
super low. Yeah. Absolutely.
And I
Yeah.
think like they're just lower as I
Yeah.
get older. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
the bucket's shrinking, like kind of back to where
Mhm.
like I like my
Mhm.
bucket's shrinking. But that idea of what does bring you joy, and I like, again, I didn't realize it until I physically
Weren't doing it.
touched
Yeah. Oh, when you
the
were cleaning
things,
everything. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and I like my things. I'm very particular. I like
Mhm.
my knife. I
Yeah.
like this kind of bowl for this thing. I like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
microplane for this, my Japanese grater for this, my
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
very specific things because I'll work
Well,
a
'cause you're a
recipe.
connoisseur, you are an artist, and artists have a lot of brushes and lots of paint,
Yes,
and yeah, it's sort
like
of the same thing. Yeah.
over and over again, right? And
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
but I found it to be so fascinating for myself
Uh,
that I didn't realize this until I
uh,
touched these things.
yeah. Oh, interesting.
8
Mhm.
months. How
Oh
in the
god.
world, like, what a compartmentalization that
Yeah,
is,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that
you
it was
know?
something that's so important to you, and you could lose touch of it that easily. Like, you weren't in the rental thinking, "I've gotta cook something." It's so, you know what I mean? Like, "I'm sick of eating prepared food, I gotta cook something." It didn't even get in there. It's so fundamental to your daily living.
Yeah,
It just should sort of let our viewers know how easy it is to lose touch with that, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when, like, stress,
Mhm.
like, the demands of the world are
Yes,
placed
yeah,
on you,
yeah. I do
right?
these, abstract drawings that I'll do once in a while, and I was aware this last month of there were several database sort of data crunching tests that I needed to get done for my paid job, right? And then the bike thing, I wanted to get that taken care of, and I was like, "Okay, so once I get those done, then I can start another drawing." I wanted to do a drawing for, my doctor who takes really good care of me, and that was that same thing. Once I picked up the markers and started drawing, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, this is so meditative, and it's just sort of wonderful to create and see what happens because it just sort of evolves on its own." And that process of that, right, isn't energy sapping. It takes a lot of focus, but it's more giving,
Yeah,
energy giving.
yeah,
How do you figure out those things in your life that do that, right? Yeah, it's so easy to lose touch with them, or minimize them, or just not seek them out, especially if you're in a high stress situation like you were with the house.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, like, what's on fire. Like, that's what's
Yes.
getting paid
Yeah.
attention to, right?
Yeah.
But that lasted for a long time.
Mhm.
Like, and it's
Mhm.
still ongoing, right? Like, we still
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
lots of things to do and lots of things to work
Sure.
out, um and that I'm
Of course.
having to tolerate. Like, I don't like visual clutter, and
Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, when you're
this
moving, it's just all about clutter.
oh
Yeah.
my god, the state of my home is I'm like, but I also just don't have the energy to like have to. It's interesting, Dana. You and I were talking about this earlier in regards to you making a transition to your new bike. And it's
Mhm.
not that you don't want your new bike.
Mhm.
It's that it's a different computer system, tracking
Mhm.
system. It's a different feel in the
Feel.
body.
Yep.
It's different
Yep.
enough for it to be
Yeah.
noticeable anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Um, and like as I'm trying to manage my own rise of stress or irritability or agitation that
Mhm.
comes up with every white trash bag that I see or box or like
Oh
whatever,
god.
in
Yeah.
my mind, I'm just like one bag at a time,
You have to say that or you'll just be overwhelmed, right?
one bag.
Yeah.
A-
One
And
bag.
and my husband and I have been doing this. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm exhausted. And like he'll just be like, one bag at a time, or I'll be
Yeah.
like, one bag at a time. And we were actually doing that right after the fire because there was
Yeah.
so much to do. And we
Yeah.
would say one call today.
Yeah, I did that when I moved
Just
across country packing. It was pack a box a day. Just and sometimes it'd be more, but it was always just pack at least one box a day. Yeah, because it's so overwhelming if you just look at that whole task.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
all of these ideas of energy and stress and the demands of the
Mhm.
world, and that like I am very, very sure that in my lifetime, this will not be the last thing
Mhm. Yeah,
that happens
right.
because life is full of
Life happens.
things
Yep.
that happens.
Yeah.
And so I'm very sure. And so just those reminders though, like even though I laugh at myself, I make so many mistakes psychologically. I make mistakes as a parent, as a wife,
Mhm.
as a,
Sure. Yeah.
oh my God, talk
Oh, no.
about,
Come on. Spill it out.
okay, here we
Ah,
go. So talk about doing too much, not having an awareness of what stress, like how stress impacts you, these
yeah,
types
yeah.
of things. Also, not refilling the bucket with joyful things that you enjoy. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Otherwise, then you're just left with an empty bucket, and we know what that's like. Yeah.
Right. And then that bucket's dry for a while. Dry,
Yeah.
people.
What the hell?
Dry. Okay.
Just no use. Yeah.
So we were in Asia for a little over 2 weeks.
Mm.
Come back to California. Spend 2.5 days in California.
Oh, God.
I take me to Boston. Okay.
Oh, God.
In that time, we get back on a Sunday. I work for 3 days because I feel awful that I have
Uh-huh.
left my clients for 2 weeks, over 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So I see as many as I can.
Oh,
And then I go to Boston. So now I'm like shifting these time zones. And I already have a hard time coming back from Asian
yeah,
countries.
yeah, because that's what's it's
The
like
jet lag's
16,
awful.
17 hours difference or something.
It's like, make it, it's not morning, it's night plus 3 hours or whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Oh, God.
One of my clients has an emergency.
Oh, no.
His parents are in a different
Oh, God.
country.
Yeah.
It's such an emergency that he can't go back to work.
Oh, no.
So his family members helping him while his parents are gone. I agree to see him. And I'm like, look, I land in Boston on a Thursday, red eye Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I'm going to see you while I know
Oh,
Mia's at a practice.
oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah.
So me and I land, we get our bearings. You know how you can check, you have the hotels, like you can't check until 4, but most of the times
Oh.
they can check you in earlier,
Yeah, if the room's ready. Yeah,
but
yeah,
not
yeah.
this time.
Oh,
Not
of
this
course
time.
not. No,
It
no,
was
no.
ready at 3:55 or something. Okay.
Yeah.
So we move in, we grab stuff, and we're like, we're just going to take a nap. And I say to Mia, set an alarm.
Oh, no. Yeah. I know it's coming.
I wake up to
Your
Mia.
body took you down. Your body's saying to you, you mofo, you haven't slept. I'm going to make you sleep.
Right.
Yep.
So
Yep.
me and I are out. I wake up to, mind you, she's a practice for this tournament at 8 p.m.
Oh,
She
no.
wakes up and she goes, oh my God, Mom, it's 8:22.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. Like, and I'm
Oh, no.
filled with just like panic. And then I'm
Anxiety. Yeah.
filled with shame because I have
Oh,
not gotten Mia to this practice. And
yeah.
that's my
Oh,
responsibility. That's my role.
oh,
And
no.
so anyway, I say it's too late. The practice is from 8 to 9. By the time we get to the rink and you
Yeah.
dress, you've got
You're going to have
15,
like
it's
10 minutes.
done.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, text your coach
Yeah.
and say, I'm so sorry this happened. And then while I'm doing that, I go, oh my
You're
God, I
crying.
had a session at 8 p.m. Dana, I can barely see.
We're
I,
not
oh,
just so people know, we're not laughing like, ha ha ha. It's funny when
I,
you leave a client hanging. It's terrible. This is like trauma laughing. So just so you're aware.
this is
Yeah.
trauma lab. This is
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
me being absolutely mortified. I
Oh,
use
God.
my iPad, which I don't usually use in Zoom.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
doing this because I want to be helpful. I would
yeah.
never usually see clients like this.
Yeah,
I
right,
I
right,
just
right.
know myself, but I felt
So it's
so
sort of like
awful.
you didn't have the memory hook because you normally would never do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I open it up. I apologize profusely. We meet over the time. I make it up on the other end of it because
Yeah,
it's only
oh,
5 o'clock here. Like, so, like, I can. We
yeah,
work
yeah.
through this problem. That's great. I get off Zoom and
Mm.
realize I'm in my pajamas.
Oh my god.
And I walk in to the room and I say to Mia, "Oh my
Oh
God." I'm like, "Mia, can you tell that I'm in pajamas?" And she looks at me. I'm sorry for those of you in the audio only world, but she looks at me and she goes, "Uh?"
Oh, no.
And I was like,
And everybody was in the meeting was sweet enough to just probably noticed it, but didn't say anything. Oh my god.
I,
Oh god.
Dana, was like,
This is
so
this is an example of how impaired you can be when you're sleep deprived that you don't notice that till after. I mean, you literally are impaired. Oh my god.
impaired. And then I
Oh,
said,
oh god.
one, thank goodness this is a family I have known for
Oh,
so
good.
many years and they are
Yeah,
lovely, lovely
yeah,
people. But the other is I was like, I am human.
yeah.
I'm doing the best I can. And I showed up. I may have shown up in my pajamas,
Yeah.
but I showed up and I tried to be helpful.
Yeah.
And old me would have just let the shame completely sweep me down the
Oh,
drain.
yeah, yeah,
And
gotcha.
this time I was like, I
Oh,
literally
well,
don't think I could do better.
I'm doing the best I can. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have you
You
seen them
know,
since? Have they said anything about it, or
not a
they're just like,
word, not a peep,
oh
not a
god.
peep.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
But
that's,
yeah,
that's that self-forgiveness and not, we talk a lot about on the show, like, be aware, be aware, be aware, and then do to help the awareness. But really, a lot of time of it is just how you treat yourself in that
yeah,
situation.
yeah.
I have never missed a student meeting on Zoom or in person, and I missed one a couple weeks ago. I go on my email like a half an hour after this meeting's closed, and the student's like, "Are you there?" I'm like, "Oh my god." It was around the time Charlie had her emergency, and I was like,
Oh,
"This is an indicative of there's no bandwidth, right?" So I would have done that before for you, and like you did too, like shame and what's wrong with me. Oh, this is terrible. I can't believe I missed. And to me, for lots of years of therapy and just being older was like there. That's the indicator of I'm not all here,
not
and
well.
being okay. I'm going to be more gentle on myself, and
Yeah.
that we haven't talked a lot about on the podcast, and it's hard to get to that place because the voices, the judging voices and the shaming voices, especially if you are driven or you've learned those young and early and gotten those messages a lot, they're very hard to combat. Um,
Very hard.
but yeah, I'm glad you were able to say, sort of laugh at. I was in my pajamas, and at least I was there. Yeah. Oh,
I I I was
and
yeah,
you can apologize,
I
right?
did, yeah.
I did to my students. I said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've never missed
Sorry.
a meeting."
So sorry.
I said I've had the stressor, and the student was like, "It's no problem at all. I'm just sitting here studying. We can do it tomorrow, same time," which was nice. So most of the time, if you let someone know and you apologize, it's usually okay. I mean, some people can just be jerks,
Yeah,
but most people are pretty gracious because you are human, and it's
yeah,
to err is human. The saying, right? We're
yep,
not perfect,
yep.
and all the thing leading up to that you were so out of your element. It's a funny story, but a beautiful story in terms of how you can get there. You're trying to do the right thing, and how you can just become brain damaged temporarily, right? Yeah.
Literally, and I just kept thinking, this is
Oh God.
exactly what I'm always encouraging my clients to
To not
practice,
do.
which is
Yeah.
self-compassion and
Yeah.
some
Oh yeah.
forgiveness
Yeah.
because, typically, like, my clients, their biggest critics are themselves.
Oh, big time.
They
Yeah.
have it within them. So I always
Yeah.
say to them, like, that's why that hardcore, like, I'm going to hold you accountable coaching. That doesn't
Oh,
work.
no,
It's
it's just
awful.
adding, yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, my role really is to be, in many ways, like someone that encourages you. Like,
Mhm, mhm.
let's encourage understanding and
Yeah,
acceptance and movement in whatever way
yeah,
you can do it without it taking you out at the knees, right?
yeah,
And that's a process. Like that's like a retraining. That's like a
yeah,
rewiring, right?
yep.
And so I just kept like in my mind the thing that brought me a lot of um compassion or it helped my mind is I encourage this all the time. I also need to model it.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's right.
also need to model it as a therapist, but, and a psychologist, everything that came up to me was like, "That's not professional. No professionals show up in their pajamas." I mean,
Oh, yeah,
I don't show up to sessions in my pajamas
yeah.
usually. That's the first time in my life, actually, I can be like after,
Probably that family was like, "We had an emergency, you're accommodating us, thank you so much."
they were
And you were even late because you were so tired. It's, thank you. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, and
yeah.
I said I apologized, and I was like, "I understand that I'm late. Are you
Mhm.
able to stay and make it up on the back end so we can still meet
Yeah,
for our full
yeah,
time?"
yeah,
This
yeah,
type of
yeah,
thing.
right.
But, the other thing that was happening to me, Dana, is I couldn't see out of one eye because I'd fallen asleep in these contacts that I have, like my contacts are
Yeah,
these
yeah,
weird
yeah.
contacts, and the saline, because I had been on a plane. So, I had flown out Wednesday red eye,
Oh
right?
god.
And I hadn't done anything to my because we were
Oh,
just
yeah,
going
and
on.
then you fell
So
asleep. Oh god. Yeah.
so I literally could not see. I must have looked crazy. One eye was probably, like, blinking, and then I've got, like, my pajamas from Target
Oh god, it's too
on.
funny. You're gonna have to wear those next time we tape, just so we can see them. Oh my god.
I I texted my husband and I
Oh
said,
god. Oh god.
"Mia missed her practice, and
Yeah.
I was just 30 minutes late to a session, and I did it in pajamas." And
And he
all he just
he's probably on the floor laughing, because it
and
just and when we laugh at that, we're not laughing at you. It's like, "Oh, we're so
I
then
know.
there." Like, it just it
Well, I I know,
oh
and, like, the
god.
word in our house is "Aya." So
I
we just he just got I just that's all I got. I
Oh god.
So for those of
Yeah,
you that are listening, this idea to bring us back to what
yeah,
brings you joy,
yeah.
what happens to you when you are so disconnected and
Mhm.
so stressed and so right, is to just take a moment and just to take
Yeah,
stock.
and that self-speak, I mean, we probably should do another episode on that,
Yeah.
how easy it is to go to a critical judging place, and, just we can talk more about this later, but the words you say in your head and how you do that and some
It's
examples.
awful.
It's so hard, but it makes such a difference.
It's
Yeah, yeah, so
awful.
be
It's
gentle
awful.
and laugh lovingly at yourself if you show up
Yes.
in pajamas, it's
It's
okay. Yeah,
so funny. I
yeah.
literally am like,
A sweet story, really. Yeah, it really is. God, you're so sweet. Just trying to do that, and you know, yeah, it's just sweet. Yeah.
uh
Oh god.
anyway,
Yeah.
well, if you guys want to share any of your pajama
Yeah.
stories,
Your pajama
feel
moments. Please
feel
let
free
us
or
know.
like share what like brings you joy, what makes you happy, what
Hmm.
really fills you. Another way to look at that is like where do you lose your time? When you
Yeah.
get involved in it, where does the time get
Yep.
lost? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. Exactly.
so to do all
Oh,
that. But
yeah.
anyway, all right, everyone. Be good to you.
Good to you. That's why that's a thing. Be good to you.
Be good
Yeah.
to you
Yeah.
and to others, and we will catch you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.